Trunks should be relying on himself to do stuff instead of coming back and getting the Z fighters to solve his problems for him.
Yeah, solve these issues. Yeah. There should be a point where they go, dude, we're not helping you no more. You need to learn. You're like a man at this point. You need to.
Oh, you look, man. You taught yourself how to go to Super Saiyan level 2.
Yeah.
And strengthen it to Super Saiyan level 3 power levels. So, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Trip Around the Multiverse with your hosts, the man who is from a future that's basically ripping off Terminator cartels.
And the wielder of the Z sword, CY Chung.
And today, in this episode, we'll be doing a character spotlight on one of my favorite Dragon Ball Z characters. The one, the only, technically he's the second in the Saiyan royalty bloodline, right?
Well, I technically speaking, he's also not the only, because there's a young version and an alternate universe version.
Yeah.
And the other version who died.
Yeah, we'll be talking about Trunks, yes. But before we get into... Well, other than the YouTube stuff and the social media stuff. Yeah, don't forget, if you're watching this or listening to this, don't forget to leave us a review or give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave us a review. And also don't forget to follow us on our social medias, which is at the top. Now, let's get into this lovely job.
So I messaged you saying, let's do a spotlight on our boy Trunks. And then you pie-faced me back essentially on text saying, my boy Trunks.
Yeah, nah, dude, he is my boy. Like my first email address, right, is literally Kyle is the real Trunks. I'm not gonna say where. Yeah. So, and I've had that since I was like.
Was that also not your Xbox handle as well?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. So he is my boy. I've always loved him. Like,
yeah.
Is he?
Well, I mean, look. Well, he's pragmatic. I'll tell you that much. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's. I wouldn't say he's the most gifted fighter, but I'll tell you this. Yeah. He comes in to end fights. There's he's like no mucking about this guy.
Because we're gonna be talking about both Trunks, right? Well, all three Trunks.
Yeah.
All three.
And the alternates and the yeah. And let's So
actually, there's 4 then, isn't it?
Well, okay. So yes, we were mainly speaking about future Trunks and young Trunks.
Yeah, young
teen
Trunks
now, but
or there was
Trunks, one of the Trunks that Cell killed to take the time machine to go back to the past.
Yeah, I'm not counting him. He's
yeah, no, okay. And then there's the alternate version of Trunks we never saw before, that current future Trunks is in that timeline.
Yeah, but then there's also Trunks from the Dragon Ball superhero / Xenoverse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where he's
yeah. Where there's also Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Yeah.
And normal Goku.
Yeah. And Goku fused with Goku to make Goku. Yeah, it's a.
Yeah, there's Cooler in there. There's Cumber. As in Cucumber, but he's the same. But okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes,
it's muddy.
Yeah. So I have to say, when Trunks first appeared, and he just came. Look at it back now. He came in and he's this guy looks really cool, man. This is great. But then you just realize he's got a calf jacket and whatnot. So like, all right,
You know what? When you think about it, it's not actually a calf jacket. It's because their torsos are like so tiny. Like it's just it's a normal size jacket.
Yeah. Exactly. But I like that. I liked the mystery of when he came in there and Frieza being the baddest man
on the planet
in the galaxy at that point.
Yeah.
I just assumed, by the way, King Cold is more powerful than Frieza because his dad. Except that actually isn't the case, and Frieza's a mutant.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how powerful King Cold is, but whatever, right?
Yeah.
Trunks come in there, like the guy who's been murdering all the Z fighters on planet Namek and all the Namekians. Trunks come in there, slap across the face. Well, he didn't really slap him across the face. He chopped him to 2 million pieces, and then basically turned him into ash.
Yep, he blew. Yes,
I know. Like, right, this guy, super potent because, like, he got Frieza got cyborged up, and Trunks was like, "Nah, boy."
Yeah, it's like
power 0 apparently, according to the scouter.
Yeah, he's at a power level 0, and then he just murders everyone in like seconds.
Yeah, and I thought it's especially funny when King Cold is like, "All right, well, my son died, but I don't really care. I'm just gonna walk up to this boy and go, well, he must be powered by the sword. It must be the sword because if he's got a power level of 0 and Frieza scanned him, and then all of a sudden Frieza, yeah. I was like, King Cold, your logic works.
It makes sense, but
it doesn't.
Yeah. Except then he gets a sword and does nothing, and Trunks just catches him.
He's like, Trunks, he's like, young stranger, please allow me to see your sword. It seems to be amazing or whatever, right? And Trunks is like, yeah, all right. But I'm like, King Cold, you think you're a silver-tongued devil?
Yeah,
you think you just basically seduced him with your words to actually allow him to see the sword that you think powers him up?
Yeah.
What?
That's when your logic should be like, wait, no, it can't be the sword then, because
like, you should have been. Actually, you know what, boy, I'm just gonna leave the planet right now.
Yeah, it's like, you know what, I'm good, and just left, and then
exactly. Like, why would you? Like you said, just someone saw certain power, they're gonna give it to you? No.
Yeah, it's like, no. If it was like, he'll be overprotected. Like, no, you can't touch my sword, and give it a play. Like, this is what is my power. Blah, blah, blah. Like, haha, this is what.
Yeah.
But no, he just was stupid about it, and then got murdered.
Yep. And then Trunks decided to just wait with the Z Fighters for Goku to arrive a couple hours later,
without even like giving away any of his plan or in like any mystery or anything until Goku comes. It kind of tells Goku that he's Vegeta's son, isn't it? Yeah. And then Piccolo
tells him, and then because Piccolo's got them Namekian ears.
Yeah, apparently. Hear anything.
Yeah, and what's funny is how Goku sells it and Piccolo doesn't, even though he's nowhere near, right? But he's just like, he don't even sell it. He hears it and he's just like, yeah, or whatever.
He's like, sure, whatever, okay. Well, I don't care.
And I did like, by the way, they did a little bit of foreshadowing where Trunks is staring at Vegeta.
Yeah.
For bits and pieces, right?
Yeah.
And Vegeta Clock saying, what is it? Is it my Batman pink shirt?
Batman pink t-shirt, which is the best t-shirt of all time, which I wish I could have.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think there should have been more mystery or something like that, where that we should have been thinking, who's this Super Saiyan kid or something like that? Or do you think they gave it away right away and that was the good option?
I would say it was already sort of spot for me anyway, because at that time Dragon Ball was already finished in Japan and stuff, and they were written. I think that's one of the earliest things I found, because remember, this was like when the internet was kind of new, and I was like spending my Saturday nights researching stuff on Dragon Ball. And I think that's one of the first things I found. And I was like, oh, okay. So like, I think when it came out in Japan, it probably was a better mystery.
Yeah,
but I feel like over here, because I knew about Super Saiyan before I even knew what Cell was, so it's like it's
okay.
You know, it's all kind of. I don't think it could have done anything, to be fair. But I think unless in the Japanese one they did the exact same thing, then they could have held it out for a bit longer. Like Goku, Trunks shouldn't have kind of told Goku he was Vegeta's son. He should have said, I'm related to someone here. But then it would be kind of obvious, like, okay, there's only 2 Saiyans here, so whose son? You can't be Gohan's son, because it doesn't make no sense. I mean,
and by deduction, there's only one character with not black coloured hair.
Yeah. So.
Which would have been Bulma. So.
Yeah. And then.
But then again, here's the thing: do you think it was a swerve because all of Bulma and Yamcha are getting pally all that massive block of time?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this happens. So. Yeah.
And
I'm like, okay, I don't think it was planned in advance, but there was only one logical place that Toriyama could have done the story.
Yeah. Because then it kind of makes sense. But then, unless they revealed it in, History of Trunks, the movie, which is the only kind of movie that is kind of canon. But wait, because I think the first 3 movies maybe sort of canon, and the rest is like, yeah, whatever. And
or I would say this: the episode of Bardock.
Yeah.
I would say it's now after Dragon Ball Super, it kind of isn't really canon. Oh, but it still can be. It still can be.
Yeah.
History of Trunks is alternate canon.
Yeah, alternate
but
canon,
not non-canon.
No. Yeah. It fits into the story, but it doesn't fit into the story.
Yeah.
Like, it's a key point for the story, but it's not continuity in a way. Yeah, because technically it's not because it's a different universe. But yeah.
Yeah. It's not mainline continuity.
No.
But that History of Trunks is better, I would say, than the manga version of it, where Trunks still had Super Saiyan when he was training with Gohan. Before Gohan died, he find the androids as Super Saiyan. Whereas in History of Trunks, Gohan gets killed, and then Trunks turns Super Saiyan, and he's like, yeah, okay.
That makes more sense than him being Super Saiyan when they fight the androids and get battered, and then it doesn't really make sense. Yeah, and Gohan died. Yeah.
And again, as we'll get to later on, Trunks has illogical powers. Yeah. I mean, illogical, but illogical power-ups, to put it that way.
Yeah. Story.
Actually, and the Z Sword enhancement thing, that actually is an illogical power because he never trained in that to begin with. Anyways.
But
yeah.
I've
had a good introduction. He had a good introduction. Then he's like, "Laters, boys. I'll see you in 3 years' time."
Yeah. Bye. Oh, okay. But then when he did that, I was like, "How does he know he's gonna survive those 3 years?"
Oh yeah, it's true. It is true.
But is it 3 years in his time or just in our time? So does he go back and then?
No. See, I don't think he. Oh, here's an awkward thing with Dragon Ball, right? Because we don't know if it's time. The time jumps are normal time jumps, or is it like the year, like in Bill and Ted, when they're going back, time's still moving forward.
Yeah,
kind
of. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So does he go back?
I assumed.
Yeah.
I assumed he went back in time, and then he leapt forward 3 years, so he instantly appeared over the other side, and saw the Z Fighters again, which still might not have been the case though.
Yeah, it's a weird one. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't logically make sense. When you think about it now, why would you like?
But then again, I wish never. I don't say never quite did make sense for me. But okay, Gohan was alive in the future, and he's fighting with future Trunks against the androids. But the androids wiped out the Z Fighters.
Yeah.
So you can only toy about with people for so long. I mean, Gohan grew up from 7 years old or whatever he was then, right?
Yeah.
To say 10 years in the future.
Yeah, so say early 20s, if that. Yeah.
And it's but the androids would have just wiped them out after being born as well. So why would they allow them to live so long? I know he's like, oh yeah, we let them live so long because we want them to power up so we can beat them up again because we're bullies like that, right? But it's like, I don't know about that, you know.
It's the kind of problem with when you think about it as well, because obviously the whole Android saga is kind of taking influence from Terminator, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same with Terminator. Like, how do they let these people live? So, you know what I mean? It's that we can just wipe them out and just okay, we can move forward rather than the resistance is getting this much closer, but we're gonna knock them back just a tiny bit so they can get a bit. It's what?
I think also aren't the androids in the future timeline less powerful than the androids in the current timeline?
Yeah. Which I kind of got okay, that kind of makes sense. Yeah.
Which would still mean that they're more powerful than Frieza.
Yeah.
In the current timeline, at that point.
Yeah.
Even though he was meant to be the most powerful person in the year. Okay, you know.
That's the one thing in Dragon Ball is whenever someone says they're the most powerful universe, asterisk of that moment.
Yeah, and not only that, but somehow a cyborg doctor can create material that is more dense than any other thing on the Earth, even though it's not from the Earth, because the Z Fighters should have dented the androids, but the artificial humans, or whatever you want to call them, right? But still, it's like, should they be able to take a Super Saiyan punch? No, they shouldn't.
No, but so yeah, then and Trunks comes back 3 years later.
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks in his time, we don't know because they never explain what happens to him. Does he literally disappear for 3 years? Actually, I think he does because if I remember correctly,
Yeah.
When he comes back, he's the first time he comes, he's 17, and then when he comes back, he's 19. But then that math doesn't make sense.
Okay.
I mean, to realize now that math there doesn't make sense.
Well, okay. It's true. Well, he could have been close to 17.
Yeah.
And then he could be 19, but close to 20 by the time he comes back.
Yeah, we'll just say that.
You just round it up, right?
Yeah, we just say that.
Yeah. But and then when he comes back, it's like, oh no, those aren't the androids that I originally.
Yeah.
I called them androids 17 and 18, right?
Yeah.
Apparently they're not though, because these ones are 18 and 19, and I've never seen them before in my life. Even though,
yeah, he's like, wait, I haven't seen these ones before. I'm like, okay, bro.
But in the manga, in the original manga, he called those two 17 and 18.
Oh yeah.
Correct it backwards. Once one of the heads to Toriyama.
Yeah, great guy.
Old man and a fat guy. Come on, right?
Yeah.
And then he changed it. He went the other way, made it teenagers, and the editor was like, Toriyama. Teenage punks?
I'm confused. I mean, like, I'm confused.
Yeah, and then he's like, all right, fine. There's someone else then. I'm already too deep into the storyline to actually...
To figure anything else out. I'm just gonna...
Yeah, exactly. Oh, but I'll make Cell absorb them, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't make it up on the spot, yeah.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed the Android Saga, even though sometimes, in the anime, sometimes... The Kai version is better because it cuts out the fluff.
Yeah, it cuts out all the fluff. Like them going shopping for clothes and all this other, yeah.
Yeah, and I do think it's like they're waiting for the manga to happen. In the anime people waiting for the manga to happen so they know what they needed to do next.
Yeah.
So they just came out with filler material, and you're like, I mean, what's it add really? But Piccolo had a really good fight at 17, right?
Like, I really like the bit when slightly going back when Trunks comes and he's like, hey, those are the androids, and like the fear in his face, like, oh snap, yeah, this is and then when they find out when he killed 19's the pale one, right? Because Jiro's 20.
I can't remember which order they are.
Yeah, whatever, when they killed that one.
Yeah.
When they killed that one, then they're hunting Jiro to go get to the laboratory where they are. And when Trunks finds them, he's like, we need to destroy him now, blah, blah, blah. And Vegeta's like, nah. We'll let Jiro open it up and let him out. Because, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when they get let out, and then when Jiro gets killed by 17, and then just like Trunks' face goes, and then he does that big blast of like blow up the laboratory and nothing actually works. And then when the android just like mutilate all of them.
Yep, exactly. And then breaks Vegeta's arm, and then Vegeta's like, my folly, apparently. My bad, sorry boys.
Yeah, my bad, Who thought this would happen? No.
He would have known. Oh, jeez.
Who knew this kid from the future would be telling the truth? Huh?
Who does actually know? Exactly. But here's the thing, right? He come back with the heart virus medication as well, and he said to go conveniently, right? That's why I never lied about the story. And I said, okay, so instead of Goku dying and they could get the Dragon Balls to have him come back or whatever, right? He lived. No. He said something that can't be healed, so he is taken out of the equation, and he doesn't need to take the loss.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to die to the androids, but everyone else could die to the androids. Oh, come on.
But wasn't I think the whole reason about the heart virus thing was like, I don't know if this is canon in Dragon Ball whatever. If you die from natural causes, you can't be wished back.
Yeah, that as well. That's well. But it's just mighty convenient.
Yeah,
as you do. But it's like, okay, come back, give you this thing, and say, hold on to it for 3 years. Nah. What do you mean? No.
It's like, why would you? Another thing, what they could have done, like Trunks could have done, was like come back earlier that day, the 3 years later, and it's like, oh yeah, here's a medicine because it's been 3 years. You could easily forget wherever you put it. Here it is now. Take it, rather than give it to him like 3 years in the past, and like, yeah, man, remember this in 3 years' time because I think that's when the virus kills you. I'm not too sure. Yeah. Oh. Dragon Ball.
But not to say, I mean, even though we are mocking it, we are making fun of it. we're not ripping it to pieces or shredding it.
No.
We enjoy the silliness of it.
Yeah, enjoy
sometimes.
It's still get away from reality. So yeah, you know.
Yeah. We're not actually saying, oh, this is terrible because of this or that, and an actual problem with it. No, it's just like.
No, it's like we're just saying like real world logic to it. But if that real world logic was in the cartoon, it wouldn't be as good.
Basically. No, it's true. It's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So but yeah. So I think I don't say he doesn't do much during the Cell saga, but they go to the hyperbolic timetable to train.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So Goku and Gohan go in the train.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Did Vegeta say he wants to go into to train first?
Wait. I think something happened before this, right? Because they go. This is when something about maybe going back in time to change something. So they go to look for Trunks's time machine. No. So basically, Trunks' time machine appear like they get a reading about one of Trunks' time machines, and Trunks like that can't be mine because it's in my pocket. So they go and like visit where it landed, and that's when they find his time machine, and it's got like the glass has been melted open. So and it looks like it's been there for years, and then that's when the bits of Cell start kind of come. Well, you can't get a hint of Cells coming, and then that's when they think they got up to do the training, and Vegeta's like, I want to go in alone, and Trunks is like, no, we could do it together, because he still doesn't know that Trunks is his son at this point.
Yeah. Of course, because yeah.
And then so they go in.
Oh, yeah, no, go on. I just remembered something as well. It's like when Trunks came back and he said, "Oh no, these aren't the androids in the timeline," because he came back and changed the future. They're supposedly different, but really, it's just like to mask the sudden change in the story that Toriyama did.
Yeah. Okay.
We're lucky for him that he could do that, talking about timeline changes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you were saying, sorry.
Yes, so then they go and do the training. Well, they go and train separately, because them two going first. And we don't really see much of them, because then it's back on the episode where it's focusing back on like the androids trying to find out where Kami's house is, but they're going a long way around. They're like doing a world tour. Yeah.
Even though they can fly, but whatever, right? I just think Steelers with them. So,
but at least they kind of like said a reason, like, we might as well like see how the humans do. Let's just get a car and do it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Better episodes. Here we go. So and then So then,
like you say, Vegeta and Trunks go in there, and then you assume they train together, which they do not, because they come out. Trunks has got longer hair.
Yeah.
Vegeta's come out all of his swag as he does, right?
Yeah.
And basically ask him how training going, and Trunks is like basically just trained by himself.
Yeah. I watched him from far sometimes, and he was just like shouting to the wind.
Yeah, fist in the sky.
I was like, oh, okay, that's how we train. Cool. All right.
Yeah, exactly. That's how. All right. Oh. And then Gohan and Goku go in there and train, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, we skipped somewhere because this is when they go to fight Cell, right?
I think this is after. So they get a hint of Cell's coming. Yeah. And then because this is after the Vegeta. So I'm pretty sure this is after the Piccolo and 17 fight.
Yeah. So when Cell starts absorbing all the androids.
Yeah.
So, then Goku and Gohan come out with their Super Saiyan hair because they've perfected. Well, I don't say they perfected Super Saiyan.
Actually, no, we're still missing a bit as well.
Go on.
Because then this is when Vegeta and Trunks go to fight Cell in his second form.
Oh yes.
And,
exactly. You're right.
And Vegeta's beating the normals, the second form Cell, and getting all cocky like, look at me, I'm a true Super Saiyan, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I have ascended. So this is where we get ascended Saiyan. Yeah. And then Cell starts feeding Vegeta's ego because obviously he's got Vegeta's cells in him, right? So he's like, maybe you should let me get stronger so you can test your true power. And Vegeta's like, hey, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Second time Vegeta's done something stupid in the saga. And then he starts stopping Trunks and Krillin from letting Cell absorb 18, sorry.
Yeah.
Then he absorbs 18 and he becomes Perfect Cell. And And then this is Vegeta's like, ha ha ha, you're not that perfect. I can beat you. And then Cell just plays with Vegeta for a minute, and then he realizes, oh wow, yeah, because he goes into like murder kick to Cell's neck, and Cell's like, what is this, bro? He's like, I'm not really that strong. I'm not the true king of all Saiyans.
Yeah.
And then Cell just makes a mockery of Vegeta's life, and then Krillin keeps going to Trunks like, you should help him. I know you're stronger than him. He goes, no, I can't, because if I show him that I'm stronger than him, he's going to break his pride. And that's what Saiyans have with our pride. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Exactly. I was like, he knows his dad too much. Yep. Even though his dad was dead by the time he was born.
Even though he's never met his dad.
Yeah. He's like, from the brief meetings he's had, he knows all about it.
Yeah.
Right, like you're saying, exactly that, right? And then when Vegeta gets KO'd, Trunks is like, all right, now it's time for me to actually show my true capabilities.
Yeah.
So he goes to Ascender Super Saiyan, and then he goes to Ascender Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah.
Where he bulks up.
Yeah. These super Trunks, yeah.
Yeah, and then he goes to fight Cell, and then Cell's like, boy, you're so big. You can't even do hooks. No. Your muscles are too big, and you're blocking your chest is blocking your bicep from moving. Please.
And then he just breaks down Trunks' life like, all you did was pump up your peanut muscles. I can do it too. Just and Trunks like,
yeah.
That's my father.
And he goes, except that I don't get a speed deficit, unlike you. And then he just like, and then he just verbally breaks Trunks. He just like, and then Trunks realizes, oh, that's why Vegeta didn't go to this mode, because
he knew. Yeah.
He was useless.
Yeah, and he's like, oh.
Yeah. It's not more powerful than him. Oh no. And he's like, but if you opened your mouth and just said to the guy.
Yeah. By the way, when I was training, I found out if you go to this form, it's not that speedy. So don't do it.
Vegeta's the type of dad, at this point, the type of dad who just like, you go your own way, and then when you do it wrong, I will mock you for it.
Yeah. Even though I could have stopped you from going wrong. But yeah.
Exactly.
And then that's when Trunks is like, oh. And then powers down, and then goes, oh, you might as well kill me now. I'm like, that took a quick turn. All right. Like, wow.
And it's not to say, by the way, Trunks is a useless punk or anything, but he's just like, look,
gave up.
Trunks Cell's too powerful, and he could kill people, he kill everyone. So it's not out of the realm of possibility where Trunks is like, if you're gonna murder me, might as well murder me now, because
you're
gonna murder everyone else. I can't do anything to stop you.
And then he goes, but Goku might be able to do it, blah, blah, blah. And then Trunks like, Cell's like, Goku? What's Goku doing? He's like, he's training to get stronger. My bad, I kind of stepped the plan. And then Cell's like, that gives me an idea. Before you and I existed, of the thing called the World Martial Arts Tournament, and I'm thinking of bringing that back in 7 or whatever, 11 days, whatever, how many days it was. We're gonna fight there, all of you, and bring Goku with you too. Whoa, and then disappears. And then Trunks is like,
I will say as well, this is where Tien had his last good showing.
Yeah.
Of someone that's way more powerful, like doing something to someone way more powerful than him. Did the tri-beam a couple of times to stop Cell.
Yeah.
Chasing them.
Yeah.
And then after that, the guy was just like, you got to wait for the actual stars of the show.
Yeah. Like, all right, I've got my 5 minutes of fame. Let me hold them out as long as I can. Wait for Trunks. Wait for whoever to come and save us. Before my energy runs out, I'll pull a Chaozu.
Yeah. But yes, and then essentially, with the Goku comes in there. Wait, there's Cell games happen, which, by the way, I never, because I didn't see Z at this point. I mean, because I didn't see normal Dragon Ball, I never knew about the tournament, so I never knew it was a thing.
Yeah.
So when Cell was saying bringing it back, I was like, just...
Bring it back from what?
Yeah. But it is, come back, what do you mean?
It's like, wait, what?
I like how they used the setup for that. Anyways, he made the Cell games, and then essentially everyone was useless. Because Cell's like, nah, all of you guys, all of you Z fighters lined up there, right? Even though you trained 3 years, you in the chamber, and Vegeta, you went in the chamber twice.
Yeah.
That's 2 years of training, by the way, yeah?
Yep.
Nah. You stay there, yeah? Goku, you're the one. Man, come here.
You're the one who all this like evil plan was rolled around anyway, so you might as well come here. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And then all you guys, after he fights Goku, and then Goku's like, you know what? I don't think I can defeat you, but my son can. In fact, here you go. Senzu beam to you. Okay. And then I'll make myself. Then says like I'll make myself juniors just beat all the U's up. Then in that case,
Yeah.
Which is like I know they're supposed to be on the power level of Cell himself, but it's just like mighty convenient that he can split his abilities without actually powering himself down. But
whatever. Yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah, and then what's it? What happens? There's some sort of Okay, so how does he kill Trunks? I know he shoots a beam.
It's after Cell. So after they fight the Cell Juniors and stuff.
Yeah.
And Gohan turns Super Saiyan 2, and he beats Cell to a point when Cell's like he knocks Android 18 out of Cell, so he turns back to imperfect Cell, the second form, and he's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna explode and like it'll take out the whole universe, the whole planet. So then Goku instant translocates him to King Kai's planet, kills King Kai and Goku, and then they're all kind of celebrating what actually sat at the same time because Goku's dead, and then you start seeing like there's a big like ball of smoke happens, and then out of the cloud of like dust and stuff, a beam comes out and gets Trunks through the chest, and that's how he kills Trunks. Yeah, and then that's when I think someone let it slip that he's Vegeta's son.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was Piccolo, because it must have been Piccolo or Krillin.
Yeah,
because they're the only two that knew at that point. Because I think Trunks tells Krillin at some point. Yeah. So he lets it slip, and then he's like, Vegeta's like, what? My son? Oh, I'm such a douche, this guy. Oh no. And then he goes all bat crap, insane, tries to get his cheap shot in Cell. And Cell's like, nah, bro. Bang. And then Cell's gonna kill him, and then Gohan saves Cell, and then like rips.
Gohan sacrifices his own arm.
Yeah.
Just like future Gohan, except that it doesn't actually get cut off, right?
I didn't see that. Yes. Yeah, that makes sense.
Foreshadowing, right?
Yeah.
Not foreshadowing, Chekhov's gun. They're like, all right.
Similarities,
But it's funny how when Bulma got slapped in Dragon Ball Super by Beerus, Vegeta went Ragequake, they called it, right? That one,
Yeah.
The Super Saiyan 2 Ragequake mode, which is more powerful than Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah.
Here, to be fair, he just found out that Trunks is his son, right?
Yeah.
But he's just, I want to go on a suicide run here, but not power up, by the way.
No.
Even though I knew I can take it. Well, to be fair, he was super cocky in his abilities as well, because he's like, I trained for 2 years.
Yeah.
He don't want to fight me, but I want to fight him.
Yeah. You're like, oh, okay.
In the manga, right? So, like you say, they do the it's the single arm Kamehameha versus Cell's whatever he's doing.
Yeah,
right?
Kamehameha. Yeah.
And in the manga, I think Vegeta is just there in the shock and awe of it, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone else who doesn't do anything. Even though I'm like, why don't you all just shoot your ki blasts and help him?
Yeah.
Anyways, but in the manga, I think in the anime, I believe Vegeta actually does something to distract Cell.
Yeah, because so when in anime, if I remember correctly, so Gohan's doing his one hand, Cell's doing his, and then they're all standing there watching, and then I think Krillin's the first one's like, I'm actually going to help him. So he flies off to help. Him and Piccolo go over to help, and they start doing their beams at Cell. And Cell, from behind, Cell's like, this does nothing to me. So they all join in.
Yeah.
And he keeps like powering up and not knocking them away. They keep trying to go back and help. And then there's one moment where Vegeta gives him a big bang in the back, and that distracts him. He's like, because I think that's the only one of those moves that actually will hurt out of them.
Yeah.
Because he's got some power.
Even though logically speaking, right?
Yeah.
Piccolo could have charged the special beam cannon.
Yeah, but at this point, Piccolo's first beam cannon wouldn't have done anything to Cell. It's not like.
I'd say this, how long did he get to charge it? Because realistically speaking, you know how long that beam struggle's going for. You do not have that 5 minutes to charge. Something like that.
Yeah. So that does that, and then that's how they beat Cell. And then they wish back Trunks, and then him and Krillin are just going somewhere, and then Krillin tells Trunks about it, and he's like, my dad does care about me. He's like, of course he's your dad. It would probably be better if you told him you were his son ages ago, but alright. Because at this point, it doesn't matter if you tell him, because in this timeline, you're born, so it's not like you could stop that from happening now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
which was the whole point why he didn't tell him when he first came, because he could stop that from happening.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah, because in the 3-year time gap, that's when he was conceived.
Yeah.
And does he go here to wipe out the secret base that has Cell in it?
That's a bit before as well.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, because they destroyed a cell that would have been from this timeline. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they find out Goku can't come back, and then they wish 18 to be a human. She goes, but she was a human all along. Oh, okay.
No, they removed the bomb from her.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, the self-destruct sequence.
Yeah, and they wish back 17 technically as well, which you don't find out until like I think it's end of Z, or it might have been GT or whatever. Yeah. And then Trunks says his goodbyes, and then him before he leaves to go back to the future, he has a little moment with his dad where his dad just does that, and he goes,
yeah. Acknowledgement. At least there's something. And then I think the last point on this Z timeline is when he comes back for is it Bojack Unbound?
Yeah, but before that, he goes back to his time, kills the android and Cell.
Yeah. He treats them like proper jabronis, by the way.
Yeah. Like
this is how Kaya. Sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say, say what you want to say, because it's probably the same one about.
I think that this is how Kaya ends. Basically, he goes back there.
Yeah.
Wipes out Cell and whatnot, and then he's like looking at the time machine, saying thanks to Goku and his friends, blah blah blah. Right?
Yeah.
Looking up the sky, and you're thinking, wait a minute, doesn't he travel back or something like that? You know?
Yeah.
I think does he say he'll travel back to thank them, or saying I've solved my timeline's problems or something.
You
would
think he would do that, right? Because that'd be the next logical step. Because like Bojack could be in continuity, could not be in continuity because of the whole 7 years. Yeah. So really, that could be if it wanted to be. All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then we don't see him for ages unless you count BoJack Unbound. We don't see him for ages.
Don't see him. That's it, really, until the weird Dragon Ball Super mess. But yeah.
Which we'll get to in a second, but let's just finish Z for a minute, right?
Yeah.
So let me point this out, right?
Yeah.
Who do you think's Broly's arch nemesis?
Brody.
Yeah, Broly's arch nemesis. Z Broly. Yeah.
He's arch nemesis. I would say by default Gohan, because Gohan had to deal with him the most out of all these people.
Yeah. Actually, no. But then second, first of all, realistically speaking, it's Goku, right? Because Goku cried when he was
a baby.
And then
stupidest.
Yeah, and then you could say you can make an argument for Vegeta because there's beef with that as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Vegeta's dad tried to kill him, right?
Yeah.
King Vegeta. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you say, no, you say Gohan, right?
Yeah.
I say Trunks because Trunks has fought Brody 3 times, yeah? Even though you can argue it's two different versions of Trunks, right?
Yeah.
Two different versions of Brody anyways, yeah?
Yeah.
But he's the only person that's fought Brody 3 times.
That's true, yeah.
Even though it's not really, but but Trunks did pretty decently in the Broly thingamajig movie. The first Broly movie, the Super Saiyan movie.
Yeah.
And then Teen Trunks is fighting Broly in the Second Coming, where he's holding his bowels, and then Broly goes to backbreak him or something like that, and Trunks wets himself.
Yeah. Baby Trunks, yeah.
But he didn't wet himself. He's just like, I gotta go, man. I gotta go.
Yeah.
And then it's Trunks and Gohan and Videl versus Bio Broly, who's confused with water or some craziness like that. Like what?
No, it was Krillin.
Oh,
wasn't it Bio Broly? It's Goten and Trunks.
Yeah,
Videl was there, but she doesn't do anything. And Krillin comes pretending to be.
Sorry, I'm mixing up with Broly's Second Coming because Videl is in the beginning of that.
Yeah, because she goes with them to find something for someone, and then. That guy with the crystal with Broly's DNA.
So I think it's Krillin in 18. Yeah.
That was dope. And
what's that? At the end of these, there was one. I forgot what it's called. One of the movies. With the guy with the flute, with the monster.
Therapy.
That you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. He looks like someone from Dragon Quest. Yeah.
Well, this is where the only relevant thing is where Young Trunks is befriending this guy. This guy's got a Z sword.
Yeah.
But he's like, hold on, he can't have this. If the Z sword is with him, then what's the one that Gohan pulled out in the when he was training?
Unless there's more than one Z sword.
Well, this sword was never called the Z sword.
No.
It was very much looked like the Z sword, and this guy hands it over to Trunks, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, we could argue future Trunks has actually got the Z sword, right?
Yeah.
And young Trunks has got a sword that's suspiciously in this alternate continuity because the movies are non-canon.
Yeah.
It's just a sword that suspiciously looks like the Z sword.
Because wait, does GT Trunks have a sword?
You know what? I can't recall. I don't think so though. Oh no, he does.
He does. Because then I can't. Because I was talking to my brother about this today. I was like, technically, like the last Dragon Ball Z movie could be considered canon because Trunks has a sword in GT. So I think that's only and Dragon Punch sticks around. Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, okay, maybe that's the only one that's kind of in canon, and then the others are like. Tomorrow we'll decide if it being canon, and like 30 years later, I haven't decided yet. You know what I mean? Like, it's that sort of thing. But what else before? I'm trying to think other things Trunks did in Z before we move on to like the other messes. Kid Trunks, him and Goten don't really do much in Z.
They just get born.
Yeah, they just get born. They have their one moment where they fuse and become Super Saiyan 3, and then that's
Yeah, except that here's what is so awkward about that is I don't mind if they pass the torch on to Gohan when he becomes Ultimate Gohan, right? And he takes the glory, he beats Majin Buu, right? But why bring the fusion in? Then you got someone else get a power up only for Goku to save the day.
Because it's the Goku show. Why else?
Yeah, and he's dead. He's dead. Look at a dead man save the world. You know.
I'm gonna say that I'm not the biggest Goku fan or whatever, but he kind of has to beat the last bad guy.
Yeah, what was funny in that movie, that I can't remember the name of, right? Yeah. So Trunks has got the Z sword and he sliced the tail off the big
Heragram or whatever,
kaiju thing, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, well. Even though he's a teenage boy, but he's got a sword that can do something, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to fight, right? I'm going to have to go and deal with some damage. Goku's like, Super Saiyan 3 goes, nah, Trunks, you stay back. And it's like, okay. Like, wait a minute, you had to fight with this guy before and you couldn't do much to him, and now I've got a weapon that can do something. You still want to take the glory?
Yeah, man.
But at the point, I mean, he's teenage Trunks. He will listen to Goku because he's so much older than him. So it's just like, man.
He's not a teenage Trunks. He's like 8-year-old Trunks. So yeah.
Okay.
The movie is called. I think the English name for it is Wrath of the Dragon. Okay. Yeah. Remember the Japanese name being something hilarious.
And that also reminds me when Vegeta's training in the gravity chamber, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Trunks is in there trying to walk, and Vegeta's like, no, boy, you can't handle this gravity and stuff like that. You can't train on my level. And Trunks is like, yeah, I gotta go Super Saiyan, then I can do it, right? And Vegeta's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
And you go, and he's running around like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and he goes, what is this? A Super Saiyan bargain basement sale?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And then he's like, the first thing he's like, can Kakarot-san do that as well?
Yeah, like, oh.
And the second thing is like, Trunks, how powerful are you? If you can hit me, hit me, I'll take you to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Right? And then he's like dodging all effortlessly, and I think Trunks does take a hit, does manage to hit him somehow.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
And then Vegeta just went wham right across his face.
Yeah, and he starts crying. He's like, oh, sorry.
And Trunks is like, what'd you do that for? And then Vegeta's like, because he's a huffy dad like that, right?
Yeah.
Instead of being like, I'm gonna be humble or whatnot. No, he's like, I never said I wouldn't hit you back.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay,
like,
all right.
That's pretty too much, Dad. You know. Oh.
Yeah. But then Trunks is all crying. Like, to be fair, he did take the hit. He did hit, and he is crying, right?
Yeah.
And Vegeta's like, all right, fine, we'll take it to that. And then Trunks, it's the cell, man. He changed that. Yeah, got him.
I tricked
manipulations. Yeah, you lied to me, I lied to you right back.
It was the best. And then
It didn't say Disneyland. Wait, it said a theme park or
yeah,
something?
it's theme park.
So
Yeah,
it could have said Disneyland.
yeah.
But yes. I think that's about that on any significant thing on Z there.
Yeah.
So I will say, like you saying, future Trunks looks so much cooler than normal Trunks, and you're like, how did this boy become that guy?
Well, one lived in a dystopian future, one lived in a timeline where both his parents were alive. So yeah, you know.
Yeah, one like the one of them is really efficient, and the other one is, I want to say the opposite, but he's just like so much more relaxed about.
He lived in time of peace, isn't it? You know. Well, I wouldn't say time of peace, but you know, he had two people who could probably save the world in his life. You know?
He's got everyone else to deal with the damage to all the other people, and he don't need to do much really. No. Which, but they come up with the kids, and then they do something with the kids. Super Saiyan 3 fusion, right? And then they're like, actually, we'll just waylay you to the side again.
Again, like, I'm a big fan of Goten and Trunks, but it's like, yeah, I get it.
So okay. The only thing I can say is, I think sometimes the glory should be shared amongst different people.
Yeah, sometimes like established people, yeah, because like realistically, like I can see it being dispute between like Gohan, Vegeta, and Goku because they've been there since the beginning. But literally, Trunks and Goten came into like 10 minutes ago. Why are they going to get the glory for?
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true. I will say. I think they were saying at the end of the most powerful people were in order: Ultimate Gohan, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, then Gotenks. The fusion, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because Ultimate Gohan didn't have the time limit, time limit stamina problem that Super Saiyan 3 go. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and then we skip years and years later in the world as well as in Dragon Ball Z world.
Yeah.
Where Trunks reappears, he's like, "Dad, I got a problem. Can you come and solve it for me?" Just like last time, by the way.
Yeah.
What did you think of the future Trunks saga?
Well,
first of all, come on.
What in Super?
Yeah.
It was good. It got a bit messy at points.
You're talking about the anime version, right?
Yeah, because I haven't read the manga version.
Yeah, I know bits of the manga, so I'll probably point out some stuff you don't actually know. Yeah. But what did you think that they came back and Trunks' color scheme, instead of purple, now it's blue?
Yeah, that was like, okay, do they have hair dye in his world? You know what I mean? That sort of, then I realized that it's not technically future Trunks, it's a different future Trunks. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll get it.
Okay.
I suppose. That's how I kind of make sense in my head. Like, okay, it's a different Trunks. And,
all right. Go on.
No, that's what I was going to say, really.
Well, I'll say it's like some people with some kids when they're born, they got blonde hair, right? If they've got brown hair parent and blonde, and then the blonde kind of just goes brown.
Darken, yeah.
So apparently, if you're related to Bulma somehow, you get purple hair that turns blue. So that's what happened to Trunks. And young Trunks, kid Trunks hasn't got to that age yet.
Yeah.
Even though Bulma is born with blue hair.
Yeah. But then she had green hair now. It's blue. Yeah.
Well, no. I'm talking about not the GT version. I'm talking about the thing version, the version in Super.
Because in Z, Bulma had green hair. That's what makes it hilarious.
Oh yeah. That green. Yeah. You know what? Forget.
Yeah.
Forget that, right? I think they just were like, you know what, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Yeah, literally, yeah. But like, it kind of makes I was saying, how I kind of see it is it's not the same future Trunks that we seen, because it makes sense timeline wise, because like the whole May stuff, and then I don't know, just it made more sense for me. Like, it's a different future Trunks where that happened. But
similar things
happened
in the past. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he comes back because Goku Black is terrorizing the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in the anime, like when he's like, Goku, I've got Super Saiyan level 2. Yeah. Come at me, boy. I mean, like, let me show you how much powerful I've gotten, right?
Yeah.
And you know how Goku goes to Super Saiyan Blue?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the manga, I believe Goku goes to Super Saiyan 3, and Trunks is like, yeah, all right, and he fights Goku, spars with Goku at Super Saiyan 2, but they call it strengthened Super Saiyan 2 because it's essentially Super Saiyan 3 without the drawbacks.
Okay. Yeah.
And the super long hair, because I guess they probably maybe Trunks looks stupid with.
Yeah, drawing out like this doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they call it strengthened Super Saiyan 2, and I'm like, all right, okay. So he never got, by the way, Super Saiyan Ikari or Super Saiyan Rage in the manga.
Yeah.
He got healing ability like Dende.
Yeah.
So he's back there, by the way, healing people. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Which makes more sense in a way because. So you're telling me, right? In the anime, even though as cool as it is, Trunks getting beat up all the time, and then he's like, "I've had enough of this. I've had enough of you, Zamasu."
Yeah.
And you, Goku Black, right? I'm power up to almost legendary Super Saiyan mode, but not.
Yeah.
I will kill you. Oh, yeah, I will murder you, or whatever he says, right? Along those lines. But he's like, oh boy, those bad guys are in trouble because this guy looks like he's gonna do exactly what he says.
Yeah. Trunks.
And then somehow he's on par with Super Saiyan Blue.
That's what I'm saying. That's where it got a bit messy. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Then I think so. Goku and Vegeta got beat up, and they got shanked with the scythe, right? Or the Keyblades, or whatever that Super Saiyan Rosé Goku was doing.
Yeah.
Black, right? Yeah. And then they leave for a couple of days and then come back. But between those couple of days where they go and come back, and Zamasu terrorizes the world, and Trunks is like fighting both of them by himself.
Yeah, you're like, bro, that's mean. I mean, why are you leaving this guy? You really know he's underpowered, and you're just gonna leave him in this dystopian future on his own. All right, yeah.
But then somehow his Super Saiyan Ikari takes him to the level of their power, even though Zamasu is immortal, so he can't even get hurt.
Yeah.
I did like in the thing where what they do, Zamasu sacrificed himself so Goku Black could get a hit and shank someone.
Yeah.
And he's like, it didn't matter to me. Yeah, it's gonna heal. I'm immortal.
Yeah.
But yeah. So they bring the Mafuba back. They tried to put Zamasu in there. Then that didn't work because he didn't memorize the dance for some reason.
Yeah, something. Yeah. Okay.
And then Trunks so Goku and Vegeta are beating up, bullying basically Goku Black, right?
Yeah.
And Zamasu, and then Trunks makes the Super Z Sword.
Yeah.
No, that's afterwards. After Zamasu and Goku Black fuse.
Yeah.
And after
Vegeta
and Goku fuse.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the Potara fusion, and then Trunks is just sitting out there going, right, well, this is my story, except that I'm just gonna be on the
sideline. Yeah, you know, I'll come in at the end and like, we did it, guys. Yeah. What did you do?
Yeah, exactly. Even though he does do something at the end with the Spirit Bomb sword power up thing, where he never learned anything from and somehow managed to do. Here's the thing, right? They had the bits and pieces to resolve all of this, and what they essentially had to say was, in the future, Supreme Kai taught him this stuff. Line of dialogue.
They kind of do mention that because they say like he went to, they said like he beat Cell, then he went and beat not Majin Buu. He beat Baba D and Deborah, and he trained with King Kai. So in a way, they kind of did mention it. Yeah. But they didn't say that.
Yeah. I think they should have been a bit more explicit about saying this, because it made it like he fabricated these abilities out of nowhere. Whereas if they said, oh, you know, I've got they taught me some techniques, but I never mastered it, and then bam, because I mastered it
at the moment. Yeah, which would make more sense.
Right. Yeah. And then he slices some Musu in half, except that the Zamasu's like, Masu's like, nah.
No. Yeah.
I want to absorb the planet and the universe and merged into them like I'm the Venom symbiote entity.
Yeah, I was like, this is going too far now. I was like, this is going a bit too far now. I'm confused.
Yeah.
When did this become a thing?
And Future then is like, we're gonna just wipe out this planet, this timeline, because it's corrupted.
It's corrupted.
Yeah.
Million people die, but it doesn't matter. Well.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like just the planet, by the way. It's just like, wipe out the entire
timeline. That's what I was like. That's what my option was like. This has got super dark. It's not like just get rid of the planet. Like even that's bad, but like okay, you can sort of. But no, I just wipe out the whole timeline. I'm like, wow, that's
yeah. Yeah. And then they're like, all right, so we'll bring Trunks and future Trunks and future Mai back, and put them in an alternate future Mai and future Trunks timeline. All right.
And you're like, okay, isn't that gonna cause a problem?
Apparently not, right?
Yeah. But couldn't they just put them into the normal? There's a timeline, because it's like, okay, you just go to the other side of the world. We won't able to see you. It's fine.
Well, couldn't they just have time travel back in their own timeline?
But then they can't, because remember Z established that you can't travel back to your own time. You can't travel back to your own past. You can only travel back to another dimension's past. I was like, okay, I like your logic of time travel. It makes sense to me. Rather than, we just keep jumping back and then nothing really changes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's the end of what we see for Trunks at that point. Do you think in the new Dragon Ball there's gonna be something for future Trunks?
What, Dragon Ball Dharma or Super Returns?
Yeah.
Dharma, I doubt it.
Because and then you say
because Dharma's kind of focused in. Actually, you never know. It could come back because Dharma's meant to be like a year after the Boo saga.
Yeah.
And it's more concentrating about them. I don't know. 'Cause I think Dharma's gonna be, because I've watched the first episode. It's gonna be good, but I don't think it's gonna be like anything that might contradict anything in the future. If that makes sense.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Well, I say apparently, but didn't Goku go to train with what happened at the end of Z? So there's a time skip at the end of Z where he's training with Oob, right?
Yeah, that's like.
Except that hasn't happened yet, even though that time is coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they mention Boo in Super, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's got to be coming up at some point. How they're gonna do it?
Because even there's a time jump at the end between end of Super and Dragon Ball Super Heroes. There's a time jump there because Goten and Trunks are teenagers then.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get to that in a minute. Right? Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. So yeah. I don't know if we ever see some more of Super Trunks. Future Trunks.
Yeah, I don't think.
I think there's some resolution needed to be had because it's just like, okay, well, even though he hasn't made an appearance in the manga yet either, and they've gone to the Moro Saga, the Galactic Prisoner Saga, and some other one.
Yeah, Granola.
The Black Frieza Saga. So
yeah, Black Frieza.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see that. I mean, I don't think they should rely on the crutch of having Trunks back all the time. But also, Trunks should be relying on himself to do stuff instead of coming back and getting the Z-Fighters to solve his problems.
Yeah, solve these issues, yeah. There should be a point where they go, dude, we're not helping you no more. You need to learn. You're like a man at this point. You need to...
Oh, well, look, man. You taught yourself how to go to Super Saiyan level 2.
Yeah.
And strengthen it to Super Saiyan level 3 power levels. So, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Just do it. Yeah, you got yourself in this mess. Technically, you didn't get yourself in this mess, but you know you need to sort this out yourself. You know.
Yeah.
Can't
but like you're saying, to Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Yeah.
No, not Teen Trunks. Nothing in there, right?
No.
And then Dragon Ball Superhero, right?
Yeah. Where they're teenagers then. Yeah.
Yeah, which they come in and don't really do anything either.
No, they kind of become released. Yeah. They refuse into Gotens, but then do the dance wrong, so they become like chubby Gotens. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
the one thing we
go on. No, go on. I was gonna say because in the Super Comics manga, they become Great Saiyan Man, Goten and Trunks, don't they? Because I know, I think it's recent. I say recent, but yeah, they become either the Great Saiyan Man or Alpha 1 and Alpha and Gamma, whatever. Those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like a little saga. So I don't know. I could be.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, well, I say maybe, but I do recall reading something like that, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
But let's drop all the way back to Kid Trunks, because we've got to finish his part of the story.
What was it?
Where he was in the Boo Saga, where he was teaming with. So now they have the kids section of the tournament and the adult section of the tournament, and then he's fighting Goten at the end, and they're making mockery of all the kids because somehow, right?
Yeah.
When Gohan was going to school, all of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
That they're doing in the countryside or wherever they were, being super powered, right?
Yeah.
It's normal to them, except that when they go to the city, these people have never seen such things before.
Yeah. Even though Trunks lives in the city, but yeah.
They promised not to go Super Saiyan during the fight or whatever.
Yeah, and not use as much. Yeah, they promised not to use Super Saiyan when they were fighting, then they end up going Super. I think Trunks goes Super. No, Goten goes Super Saiyan by mistake.
Yeah.
And then he comes out of it, and Trunks does it, and then they both just go Super Saiyan, and then they're all fighting, and the crowd are like, "Why have they got blonde hair now? I'm confused." Yeah, and then they just carry on, which is awesome. And then Trunks wins, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he uses a key blast or something like that.
Yeah,
he breaks the rules that they set up for each other accidentally, right?
Yeah.
Well, not accidentally, it's kind of on like a bit, not out of spite or anything there. I think just they
kind of forgot where they were. Yeah. And the rules, yeah. So then Trunks wins.
Yeah, and then Mr. Satan's like, yeah, I'm gonna make a show of fighting this kid, and then he realizes there's a massive problem because he's never gonna be able to defeat the kid.
Yeah, because he realizes who the kids are, and he's like, oh, you're there.
Yeah, so he's like, right, I will let him punch me, and I'll make a show of it.
Yeah.
To let him win, of course, right? Of course.
Yeah.
Except that when he gets punched, he goes flying into the walls and everything like that. And then
how he plays it off is like, that didn't hurt, and you're like. Like inside, or his internal organs like crushed, and his bones. He's plays off like,
and then the announcer's like, but because he's bringing out it, the announcer's like, oh, the great Mr. Satan is just he obviously clearly wants to make the kid feel good about himself, so he decided not to fight at any strength and let the kid win. Yeah.
Like, no, he literally clinging on for life at this point. Yeah. Right.
Exactly. He's limping, not even limping away. He's crawling away. He's holding his side. He's trying not to sell. Yeah. Right.
Like, oh, bless him. And then they enter the adult tournament. Go to Trunks as like some guy where they just literally sit on each other's shoulders, and then
and they fight 18 and he's like, what? And
then 18 clocks onto it, obviously straight away. And then she gets annoyed with it, so she does a destructive disc, and they're like, we need to move or we can get cut. So then they kind of like jump, and then the destructor just goes through like the robe they're wearing, and they both start fighting 18, and then the judge is like, hey, there's two people there, like, they just fly off. You're like, oh no, you caught, and fly off. Like, this is stupid.
Yeah. I was like, well, okay, right, if you say so, you know.
Yeah, like, okay.
But that's
18 wins that tournament by default, doesn't she? Yeah.
Yeah. Because and then that gets picked up in that bio brew.
Yeah, about to say that. Yeah. She's like, I want my 20 million zenny. Or whatever. Like, oh well,
yeah. Because I think Mr. Satan basically bribed her into. You say she would have won, but he bribed her into losing.
Yeah, so she takes the full. Yeah. Oh. And then that's the end of Trunks.
Yeah. Like, I hope they do. Except for the Dragon Ball GT, which they do actually give them stuff to do, right?
Yeah.
I just wanted to make characters there.
Yeah.
So for the first part of the saga, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a Goku show explicitly, but Trunks was the eldest character of the three. It was Pan and Goku. Goku turned into a kid, right? And then Trunks, who was like 14 or something like that.
No, he was like, he was not adult. He was like at least like 18, I think.
Yeah.
Because he was head of like something to do with Capital Core. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be Trunks and Goten, but then Pan is like, I'm coming, and presses the button, they fly off, and Goten's like, I didn't miss out anything, and just goes back to his life.
Yeah. I got other stuff to do. I got other things to care about. Yeah, like, not screen time. I don't care about none of that. No. But Actually, and you know what? I liked Trunks' get up there. You know, even yes, he's wearing shorts and he's got the thing with you, but it's just like, you know what? It's teenage gear that he would be wearing.
Yeah,
you know? It's not nothing outlandish or whatever.
No,
he,
no.
he looks. Yeah. I don't want to say suitable for space because it's not really.
No, none of them are. But
but it is a look, right?
Yes, because they could have been lazy and just copies like Future Trunks look or whatever. Like, no, let's give it kind of like an explorer-y look. Because even at some point, it has a trench coat, right? Which is random.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Look, I think he's a cool-looking character. Yeah. That does stuff that is cool as well.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get the limelight that he gets highlights, but not enough that is
to make him stick out.
Yeah. And it's just like the level of the way you look compared to what you actually do is drastically kind of different.
Yeah. It's like, I'm trying to use like a wrestling example, or even like someone, I can't remember what character. It's like, like the other day we were speaking about like the Kiss Demon looks cool, but what can he do?
Yeah. I will say as much as I think that the manga version of the Future Trent saga makes more sense for him power level wise.
Yeah.
The Super Saiyan Ikari is one of the standout moments that I think he has in the show. The transformation.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
One of the
where his hair's more like just straighten up. Yeah.
And then his eyes just no eyes, by the way, no pupils. Sorry. Yeah. And then how he says, I will murder you all.
I will kill you.
Yeah. I'm like, that's something that sticks in my mind. The other thing is like how he just made a mockery of King Cold and Frieza as well.
Yeah.
Then
I think for me,
what other moments does he have?
Yeah. Then for me, like to this day, I can only watch it every now and then. Like the future History of Trunks, the movie, like that is like one of the most depressing things I've ever watched in my life. It's like even when you think, so when the Gohan dies on that, and then he turns Super Saiyan, which like to me that's one of the most iconic Super Saiyan transformations. And then you're like, okay, maybe he has a chance against the androids, and they just don't just like beat him up, like, bro, what are you? You're just a child, like, you know. We can do acid dance, whatever they're moving at. Like, oh, okay. And he gets beaten there, and you're like, oh man, there literally is no hope for this dude. Like, there's no hope for this dude. Like, and so yeah, he has cool moments. He's still one of my favorite. Like, he was my favorite.
Yeah, and funny enough, it's one of those things where you're like, okay, like you're saying, he's a fan favorite character that doesn't get much to do, but still. Has just that. By the pure coolness of him.
Yeah, he still has that like high like respect pressure. Like, yeah, man.
It's like, okay.
He's still great. Like
just on by his charisma and looks alone, right?
But when you think about it, what has he done? I mean, like what has he done to really like deserve this? Like he didn't beat anyone like mainstream wise. You know what I mean? Like Gohan's got claim to like fame because he beat Cell. He's done all this. He's done all that. Like Goku's done this.
Yeah. He made a mockery of Majin Buu, and he would have won it if he just didn't get too cocky. But he done enough stuff where you're like,
something like he's got enough stuff
right there. Yeah.
It's like Trunks, what have you done? You look cool, but what have you actually done?
In one of the intros for one of the games, they've got the 4 key enemies, and like the 4 Saiyans they have is Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, and Gohan, of course, right?
Yeah.
And they are the opposition is Frieza, Cell, Broly, and Majin Buu.
Yeah.
So obviously, Goku and Frieza are facing off. Broly and Vegeta, which makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so but then it's Gohan and Majin Buu.
Yeah, makes sense.
Which leaves Trunks and Cell, which does make sense in a way, but it's just like, wouldn't it be more logical Gohan and Cell, because that's what it was at the end?
It was, but I kind of get that, because when you think about it, Trunks and Cell are from the same timeline, and they're not the same person, but you know they came back for the same sort of reasons to sort of change their futures. So I get that.
But then again, and then Majin Buu and Gohan, yes, but once again, even that, Gohan didn't finish that.
No,
it was Goku.
So
yeah, it was like, all right, so Gohan and Trunks don't really have arch nemesis.
No,
Yeah. Okay.
I guess. I guess.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But
Weird.
but funny enough, I think all the pairing in that intro made sense though.
Yeah.
Because they kind of like not that those other characters are majorly actually involved with each other as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They're connected.
I mean, there's no separating Goku and Frieza because that's the whole point of the Super Saiyan saga.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Broly and Vegeta, yeah, okay, fine. That's the Broly, by the way, not Super Broly.
Yeah, the better Broly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Z Broly's stupid when you think about it now, but yeah.
Oh well. Yeah. It's an awkward one. Okay, you know what? I do believe. See, now they're adding Broly in there, and he's actually going to be a main character rather than a guest appearance character.
Yeah.
It's like, where do you stack everyone, power level wise? Because I want to say Goku's at the top, right? But it seems like that's what they're putting, right? As far as Z fighters are concerned, right? Then it's Vegeta, even though we haven't seen in the anime Ultra Ego yet.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Where's Gohan Beast fall into this?
Apparently, Gohan Beast is stronger than Ultra Instinct.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
More powerful or stronger? Because they're two different things.
Actually, I think it might be stronger because from what I was talking to my brother about this, like Ultra Instinct is more of a defensive thing, so it's not really power.
That's true.
So I think that's why Beast Gohan's high, because it's power, isn't it, and strength rather than just like woo blocky sort of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, it's like one of those things. By the way, I don't know if you think this way, but I do. Yeah, I would say probably base Hulk is weaker than base Superman, but base Hulk can get stronger than Superman.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah. I agree with that.
So one Superman probably still is more powerful when you take into all the abilities into account.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, stronger. Hulk is stronger, but Superman's more powerful. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
And apparently there's no limit to the capabilities of the Hulk. You know.
When it's relevant, but yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, like that's when they say Doctor Strange with his, even though he's got basically a human, he's got all these other powers that make stack him really high, actually.
Yeah. Saying that. This is random off topic, but I thought I would like to get your opinion on this. So I saw something the other day. Someone wrote this, that the Hulk from the Incredible Hulk movie is stronger than the Hulk that fought Thanos in Infinity War.
Okay. How did they arrive at that?
That's what I was like, and then I saw this. I saw it on Twitter, and then I saw people trying to ask, and I was like, because of how he acted, like, but he got beat up by Abomination. So you're trying to tell me Abomination is stronger than Thanos? You know what I mean? It's like none of this is.
Well, no, here's the thing, right? Hulk could be stronger than Thanos,
he could be stronger
than Thanos. Just doesn't have the ability, even though he was fighting as a gladiator for 2 years in Sakaar, but whatever, right?
And then I saw someone like this. Okay, this makes more sense. Like, no, because also when Hulk was fighting Thanos, he had the power gem.
Yeah.
So I was like,
which allegedly, Thanos didn't use.
Allegedly. But even so, Thanos is a tactician, so he in that sort of fight, Thanos would win because he's a tactician. He knows what he's. The Hulk is just like blind rage. He's not like thinking, all right, if I duck this punch and then. He
just brute forced everyone in Sakaar, right?
Yeah.
So he's just like, I'll just try that tactic with this guy who's about my size.
Yeah.
Nah, didn't work.
I was like, no.
But it's like, nah, I'm gonna box, man. I'm gonna jam and juke.
I know pressure points and stuff like that, so you're gonna lose.
And then I'm gonna go in press time just for the lols.
For lols, yeah.
I will say, if they're assuming
that
Hulk in Incredible Hulk, when he's fighting Abomination at the end, and Abomination's like piercing his skin with the bone protrusions.
Yeah.
And Hulk is hulking up.
Yeah.
Then you could argue that way, but apparently, according to the people that make the films, they said no, he doesn't hulk up. Even though logically speaking, he looked like he gets taller and bigger than Abomination, and it would have made sense for him to hulk up at that time.
Yeah. But I don't know how I feel about the hulking up thing. But anyway, so I just thought I'll quickly ask you that.
I think it's got to be like you if you put it in the movie, what you should do is he goes to a certain point, but burns them out quicker.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like you say, you can just spam it like in the comics, where he just keeps on getting more powerful and powerful. It's just like, hold on a minute, you got choked out by an anaconda way back in the day.
Yeah, when you was more relatable. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. And you could fight the Thing back in the day.
Yeah.
And now the Thing can't do anything.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
So yeah, it just like I want to say, yeah. They should do something like that in the movies, because they adjust people's power levels to make them relevant. Thor's not as powerful as Thor should be.
Yeah.
By the time it goes to Thor Ragnarok, and he's like, he's got the
he's a god again. Yeah.
And then he's like as powerful as he should be, kind of, right? But it didn't start him off there.
No.
So it made sense.
Makes sense. Yeah.
They made Captain America a bit more powerful. I think they powered up Iron Man, and then they adjust Iron Man for whoever he's fighting.
Yeah. Which I get, I guess. I mean,
technology, right?
Technology exactly.
Can do amazing things.
Does it once.
Yeah. Even though that's a sidetrack.
Sidetrack.
But I personally, I don't think the Incredible Hulk version in Incredible Hulk is more powerful than the Infinity War version.
No, because it's like,
even the Infinity War version basically just came out there to get jobbed out.
Yeah, but it's still stronger than one in that. But yeah, so just thought I could ask your opinion on that. But yeah, back to Dragon Ball.
Back to Dragon Ball, back to Trunks, right?
Yeah, Trunks. Yeah, I would say he's one of the best design. Also, a random thing. Do you prefer...
Sorry, go. You said the design. I was going to ask you something, but I'll let you go first.
I was going to say, I personally think he's one of the best designed characters. But what was you going to say?
Yeah. I was going to say, which design do you prefer, the Super design or the Z design?
I would say the Super design, because don't get me wrong, I like the Z design, but I feel like it hasn't evolved. It kind of didn't stand the test of time. Because you look at it now, like I was saying before, because they're kind of drawn different back then as well. Like we said about his jacket, it looks like a cloth, but it's because their torso is so short. That is a full length jacket. You know what I mean? It doesn't stuff like that. It's like, oh no, And then like in Z, in Super, he's got like what a jacket should look like. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I kind of get that design.
Yeah, in Super, I think the color scheme works better as well, because it's that lighter blue and that scarf thing. Yeah. So they and then he's wearing black as well, so it pops against each other. Whereas I want to say, when you got blue or purple that are pale, and black, they kind of they merge a bit closer together. Yeah. As far as visuals are concerned. Yeah. I think the fact that they adjusted his hair to be blue as well, whatever, right?
Yeah, I'm
clearly, I think he's look up Android 17, by the way. It's like, you know what? If I can't beat them, I'll become them. Apparently,
one of them. Yeah. Android 17. Yeah.
And I did think he had a real cool Super Saiyan transformation, because when he had this, he's got the center parting, and then his hair splits like that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh. Trunk.
But yeah, his hair looked good. Like how they did it. Yeah. Super Saiyan. Yeah.
I liked as well.
Which I would say.
No, I'm gonna say.
I was gonna say because they like to do people's Super Saiyan hair slightly different according to their hairstyles. Yeah. And as for Nappa, he gets his goatee going Super Saiyan.
Yeah. I saw that. I saw a picture. I was like, that's hilarious. And I like when Trunks goes Ascended Saiyan, where it's like there and then the back just comes around like that. Yeah, I thought that was quite hilarious.
Yeah.
And then when he had his hair tied back, and then it's still in the bun, but it's the bun bit's all spiky, and then when he goes it burns off.
If this stuff is spikes up or whatever,
why isn't that?
That's tied up with it's just not gonna.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
Oh, what do you think about as far as his looks concerned? Are we saying that so he's got the look from Z, which is the purple jacket. Yeah. Then you got the super look, Or about the Super Saiyan armor as well. Or do you think that's just too similar to Vegeta?
It's too similar, but I like it on him. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, oh, that looks cool. Like,
it's not just, it's a good variant, except that it's Vegeta's key look, so you can't really not escape it. But it's just one of these things where you just associate with Vegeta first of all. So it's like, all right, that's not what Trunks usually wears.
Yeah.
Even though it looked cool in it.
It was like, oh, I can... Like, when he went back to the future... when he fights... I think it's Back to the Future. When he fights Future Cell, his timeline cell. He's wearing it. I'm like, why are you wearing it?
Yeah, he's wearing the armor. He's wearing the Saiyan armor. Yeah.
Because like when he finds androids, he's wearing the black vest and the grey pants. But like there, I was like, why are you going?
Yeah.
Why are you wearing this?
And then you come back in BoJack, come down with your sleeveless jacket. Your Triple H sleeveless jacket.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, did the sleeve just fall off? And you're like, in my timeline, we can't afford to leave, so here we go. I mean, like, it doesn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense. I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah. But one of the coolest looking characters, and probably one of the coolest characters in Dragon Ball. Even though, like I say, when you look at it, how much does he do? But whatever, right?
Yeah.
we don't think about that.
No, look at that. Like you just look at it like he's in key points of the story, but then he doesn't do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, be like one of those people who just be ignorant of it. No, don't say nothing bad about our boy. No, your boy.
No, like, because look at it now, right? Not including the movies, right? Well, no, including the movies, right? When he's in movies, what does he actually do? Like, he's in the first Broly movie, right? What does he do? He gets clotheslined to a wall by Broly.
Yeah. Just eats clothesline after clothesline. Yeah.
And when he's fighting the other androids, like Android 13 and all that stuff, what does he do there? Why is he there? He's just there.
Yeah.
He doesn't do anything. He gets beaten by one, calls one a red ribbon redneck or something like that. And then he gets punched. No, that's Goku gets punched in the balls. Yeah, he does nothing.
Yeah. He does.
And then Brojack, what does he do in Brojack? Nothing. Actually, he kills that. Oh, there's a bad guy in the Brojack one. He kills. Oh, that's pretty dope how he kills him. Because he gets tied up in that string thing, and then the strings get undone, and then he gets his sword thrown to him. He catches it, and that's when Vegeta appears. Like, I'm Vegeta, king of whatever. Then he kills that one by slicing him, something like that. It's pretty cool. But then after that, what does he do? He gets banged up by Brojack.
What it is 100% this, right? We'll put Trunks in it, and he can sell merch.
Yeah, that's what it is, literally. Yeah, he will. He will. Because I've got like a Dragon Ball t-shirt I bought literally when I went to Florida 24 years ago. It still fits. There's no holes in it.
Is it?
It's a Trunks
t-shirt. It's got Trunks on it.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
And I remember buying it. I was like, thought like, this is the best t-shirt ever. And it's like literally, he's got Trunks. It says Dragon Ball Z on the front, and it's all like Trunks. But then on the back, it's like a big Trunks. That classic pose, you know, where he's like that and a sword. Yeah, it's that one. I need to find it, but yeah, it's Trunks.
You should have worn it. You should have found it.
I know. What's all now? I remember. Like, oh yeah, I got that. Oh, okay. I'll find it. I'll put it somewhere. Oh, but yeah, he does nothing. But he's awesome.
No, exactly. In one of the Dragon Ball games, I can't remember what, but it was one of the Dragon Ball fighting games on the Super NES as well.
Yeah.
Where it had all your standard Z fighter characters, and if you put in a special, I think Konami code or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Then Future Trunks appears as a character as well in it.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, nothing else to say about Trunks other than, right? Is it confusing when you got Super Saiyan blue hair and then Trunks comes back with normal hair?
Yeah, that's what I was like. What?
But it's not that Super Saiyan blue, but
no,
it's that blue in between Super Saiyan Evolution.
Yeah.
And Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah. It's like, okay, why would you do this? Just his hair purple, you know. I never get, like, I know his hair's blue because it was like apparently, like, why Boma's hair's blue now, because, like, Toriyama, like, legit forgot. But Trunks' key selling point is his purple hair. How do you forget?
That reminds me. The one last thing we could put about Trunks, because we forgot to say it, was when Future Trunks came back and he's bemoaning himself about how he's visited Gohan and whatnot, and he's like, my future, blah blah blah, and then Kid Trunks walks up to him and says, "You're acting like a punk.
Yeah,
you're gonna let your future get destroyed while trying to do anything. You're gonna sit there and mope like a jabroni." I'm like, wow, this guy is channeling his dad. This kid here is channeling Vegeta, telling himself off, future version of himself, right? And he turns Super Saiyan and punches himself in the face. Yeah, that's what you get.
That's what I was like. What are you moaning
You ain't gonna save your future. You're gonna save I would do it, and I'm a kid.
It's like, bro, well, okay. Your 9-year-old self. Like, wow.
Yeah. I'm like, well, that. To be fair, he did talk some sense into himself, though. Yeah. So there is that.
Also, quickly saying about that as well. I'm just like line when he goes to visit Gohan. Is like he's become like so. he's a normal person now. Like, he has a family. Bro, just leave him.
Yeah. And to be fair as well, Trunks got all happy for him as well.
Like,
and I think when he first got 18 as well.
Yeah.
Well, Krillin's like, oh yeah, I got a child and a wife. And then Trunks is like about to pull out his sword to slice 18 in half.
Even though 18 would have taken him out, she's like, closed down his head off. I was like, all right, sure. All right, Trunks, calm down.
And she's just like, all right, boy, how's it going? I've seen you for a bit. Yeah, it's been a while.
You've got taller.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like you're saying, you got to Gohan. You got civilized, man. You lost all your muscle and mass. No, actually, he didn't even see him that big before. Just saw him as a young
kid,
Gohan,
really,
right?
Yeah.
But even then, that older Gohan at that point probably still had less muscle mass than Gohan when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Gohan can bulk up when he wants. Like,
apparently, right? In 2 days, like anyone else, it'd be steroids, right?
Yeah. Him is like, okay, I need to look big again, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when you see him in Super, he's like scrawny, and then when you see him in Dragon Ball Super, he's like big again.
Because when they're training for the Universe tournament of power, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, within like 5 episodes, Gohan's all bulked up,
and his hairline's receded. But yeah.
He's got the bangs back to the apparently.
Yeah.
Looks like Ultimate Gohan was a transformation after all, and not his base form. Which
Sure.
Sure. Retcon, whatever.
Yeah.
And were you saddened that that Future Trunks was not in the Tournament of Power?
No, I was kind of happy because, like, realistically, what would he have done? And it's like, why would you be there? It's like, not your universe. Why are you there?
No, but couldn't they travel to him and say, "Come, boy, you are pretty powerful"?
No,
we've got Yamcha and we've got Tien here.
No, I mean, like, bro, like, why are we gonna get this guy who came to us because he needs help because he can't just write his own stuff? Why are we bringing him into this? No, man, let him just.
Right. You're right anymore.
Yeah, I would. Like, he really his timeline don't exist no more because of him. Even though it's not really because of him, but you know.
All right, okay, fair enough. They can't even travel to his timeline to get him anyway because it doesn't exist.
Exactly, he doesn't exist.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's any more comments you have about your boy now? Apparently, because you won't allow me to be in that.
No, he can be your boy too, but he is my forever boy. If that makes sense. Yeah. Like, all I can say really is justice for Goten and Trunks. That's it. Like, I like them to do more with him, hopefully, but we'll see.
Yeah, I say it for sure, but we know whose show it is. And they don't allow anyone else to get in there. They power anyone else up to make Goku look good. So I do think that Trunks should have ended his own. Well, technically, kind of he did end his own. He did have the final killing blow to Zamasu. Yeah. So he did do something, but it's just one of those things where everyone else do the work, and then you get the final stab in the neck. After sitting down for a while, you know.
Wait, after like seeing like it's like, say you're playing like an online game or whatever, and there's like Monster Hunter or something, and there's like a big monster, and everyone's chipping away at it, and it's like at like 1% life, and you just come in and go, I win, yay! Like, okay.
But you're sitting there charging your move for ages, right? Yeah. And then you do it.
You just walk up to him, kick in the shin, and you're like, ha, mega shin kick. And like, okay. Yeah, you take the glory, I guess. No, we didn't spend like the last like 4 episodes getting him down to this point. But yeah, sure, yeah, he saw you, Trunks saw you, yeah, you're great. Yeah. You don't have a universe no more. So
it's like we I mean, I know we're jokingly burying the guy, but at the same time we got no respect for the guy.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, he's still my favorite character. It's still like tongue in cheek. Like, it's not if there's anything else, I would actually defend the hell out of this guy, but it's because it's like tongue in cheek. It's fine.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So that'll be us signing off for this episode about the son of a the son of a Saiyan Prince. Yes.
Yeah. The Saiyan Prince will never be a Saiyan King.
Yeah. And this guy is then what? A Saiyan Prince as well.
Yeah. No, we be like a Duke, Trunks technically.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say no, because Vegeta is not a king, but there was Prince Philip, and then there's Prince Charles, and then there was Prince William, right?
Yeah.
So if we're going by that logic, King Vegeta, Prince Vegeta, and you still would have Prince Trunks.
Yeah, but then like, why isn't Vegeta Prince? Because if his dad's dead, I get there's no planet, but then shouldn't he be the king?
Yeah, but he does. He still calls himself the Principal Saiyan.
Yeah,
so.
It's like, bro, you're like in your 50s at this point.
You know what? No Vegeta's ego. Here's the thing, right? Principal Saiyan sounds less pompous. Except that you're a completely pompous man.
Yeah,
so what do you mean?
Might as well go all in and just like become pompous, you know? Like, yeah, I'm the king of all Saiyans.
It's because he doesn't want to overstep his bounds and take the crown from his from his dad, who actually never.
Yeah, gave it away. Yeah.
Gave it, you know.
Or he just doesn't want. He wants the title of prince because he doesn't have all the responsibilities of a king. That's how I see it.
I wouldn't go by the logic of he wasn't bestowed it there. Well, technically speaking, there's no planet, like you said. So his entire tradition is done for anyways. So yeah. He's just going by the last title he had when he was writing the deed or whatever.
Yeah, I guess. Oh.
I mean, you're a prince of like 4 people.
Yeah, yeah. Technically.
Well, if we talk about true Saiyans, then it's Goku and Carbo, right? No, not Carbo. Tarble.
Tarble and Broly, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
And Broly's dad's dead, right? Yeah, his dad's dead. So yeah.
So you're the prince of 4 people, and therefore Trunks also is their ruler, kind of, not really.
Maybe I don't know if Trunks even knows what planet Vegeta is, but hey, I guess.
All right, okay. Time to before we go into that, I'm gonna try and work out exactly what the lineage of Trunks is.
Yeah,
we never actually before we go. But let's sign up because
go on forever.
So like I said, you are.
I am the guy who is so cool, so great, so amazing that my timeline doesn't exist anymore. Kyle Charles. I feel so bad for saying that.
And I'm the man who came back to give someone heart medication that they didn't take. So what was the point?
What was the point?
No. See what, John?
And thank you for listening to us discuss the one and only Trunks brief. Yeah, that'll be surname, right? Because Vegeta doesn't have a surname, so yeah. Trunks briefs.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I don't know if Bulma's surname is Brief. And it's Dr. Brief.
Yeah.
And is Bulma Briefs? Yeah.
Bulma
Brief,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And Beulah Brief, yeah, or Bra, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Or you have to say with the Japanese. See, it doesn't sound as obscene if you say with the Japanese accent. Yeah, if you say instead of saying bra, you go bulla.
Oh, yeah, that sounds
That's what it's bulla.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yes. Let us know if you are a fan of the purple-headed boy band.
Or blue.
Or blue. Yeah. My Trunks is always gonna be purple, but okay. Let us know, and you can do that by leaving a comment down below. Wait a second before I go to that, because when Trunks comes in superheroes, he has the blue hair, doesn't he?
No, is it purple?
I think it might be blue, you know.
Oh, you know, I maybe going to check it out again at some point.
Yeah, because I watched it like a couple of months ago, so it's not that much in my head. But yes. So leave a comment down below if you're watching this on YouTube. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Help us get our subscriber count up. And YouTube loves their interactions, so leave a comment. And if you're listening to this in the audio realm, please don't forget to give us a 5-star review on whatever podcast platform you listen to this on. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, where I post stuff on those. And then we'll catch you guys next time for the next episode of us. So until then, guys, I thank you for taking a trip with us around the multiverse. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.